Hi guys, so I've said on numerous occasions how we need to stop listening to politicians and start listening to experts, because when an expert makes a mistake, they lose face, their reputation is tarnished. They try to present as accurate information as possible because they will be called out on it. When a politician makes a mistake, they get re-elected into power. Now, you're going to hear from Renate Schnutt, who's the head of Startup and Innovation Programs at Advantage Austria, which is part of the Austrian Embassy. And she's going to explain the positives, the strengths, and the weaknesses facing UK manufacturing post-Brexit. So let's hear what she had to say.
So, having mentioned the first trade strength, which is the R&D, the track record in R&D, and with the model infrastructure and facilities to incubate new applications, like the vast network of the Catapult network. So design innovation, number of high-performing sectors, like mentioned before, aerospace, automotive, but also the pharmaceutical industry, but also more and more coming, thanks to incentivization, is green tech, for example, renewables. Aerospace is already supporting the development and adoption of the specific technologies, like additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing, collaborative robots, AI, machine learning, also virtual and augmented reality. So the food manufacturers such as Unilever or other leaders are really strong in applying industrial digital technologies to address sustainability. So within the food sector, they are really strong with cooling monitor systems, and also when it comes to food safety and traceability systems. So this is also quite interesting. The key enablers of the fourth industrial revolution in the UK is thanks to the strong AI and machine learning market. Because in the UK, there are approximately 200 SMEs covering that. Compared to Germany, there are only 80. And finally, already mentioned before by Christian, the capital is really a strong argument because London is a financial hub with many VCs, and they are underpinning UK's strong position within all global ecosystems.
What's interesting about this aspect of the strengths is that generally this is not coming from government. This is coming from, as she said, the City of London, investment from the City of London, and aerospace, food, AI, machine learning. This is all these are all technologies being developed by private companies. This is not generally coming from the state. So, as she said, these are some of the strengths Britain has at the moment, and these should be encouraged. Post-Brexit, artificial intelligence learning, 3D printing, food innovation, this is something that can be developed in-house. This can be developed within the UK, and it's knowledge that can be sold around the world. This is not something that's impeded by tariffs or trade. So this is something definitely that the UK should focus on post-Brexit. Let's hear about some of the weaknesses.
So the weaknesses on the downside, businesses lack skills, and they are currently facing talent shortage.
So a talent shortage or low, a skills gap. This, of course, was a consequence of Priti Patel's toxic policy of trying to limit migration to the UK, stop as many people as possible, and it's not just about allowing the top people in, the most highly skilled people in. It's also about making sure that all levels are covered, because if you don't allow people in at the lower end of the scale in regards to skills, those businesses suffer, and it means that they have to cut costs, or they're not able to find the staff, and their businesses suffer. So they're not actually able to expand and develop and they're not able to actually hire in the people that they need.
And they also lack effective leadership, so they miss out with cross-sectoral collaborations partly.
Remember, this is an objective presentation. She's not political. She's not trying to score political points here. She's laying it out as it is. A lack of leadership could also come from the limits on immigration into the country.
As in Austria, there exists also a poor level of adoption of industrial digital technologies in subsectors, and also predominantly in the SME area, to no surprise. And experts also found out that there could be more in terms of tax incentivization, and also they see the innovation assets a little bit under-leveraged.
So in regards to tax incentives, in response to this, Boris Johnson and the Tories have brought in the idea of free ports. But that's not going to level up the entire country. That's going to encourage businesses to move to the free ports to gain advantages that are in those areas. But as I said, it's not going to lift the entire country. It's just going to lift those areas, which is not beneficial to the entire country.
So to conclude, the UK is a leader in R&D, but struggles to develop and commercialize technology somehow.
So I think this was an interesting presentation. The last part, of course, Brexit, frictionless trade with the EU, is a weakness. It's good. It's all good and fine producing the materials that you want to export. It's all good and fine producing them, but if you can't export them rapidly in an ever-changing market, this is a huge weakness. So on the whole, you can see here how the benefits are on the in regards to manufacturing are on the development side, and the weaknesses are actually getting those products out the door. And this has always been a consequence of Brexit. It's going to be better for businesses who are able to develop and sell their products in the UK, but anyone who wants to export stuff is going to see bigger and bigger problems. None of this, of course, was necessary, and it's also important to remember that a lot of these innovations came on the back of EU membership. These things have not sprung up overnight. They have definitely not sprung up since Brexit. A lot of investment that was in the UK from the past was thanks to EU membership. Going forward, you're probably going to see greater development of these products and services remain in the UK, and a shift away probably from exporting, irrespective of what the politicians have to say. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. I'll leave a link to the entire presentation in the description of the video. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?